Welcome back to the almost said CTE Superior Ball Knowledge Podcast.
Bro.
Can't bring that back. We
No.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for being here. We've actually got a pretty fun one today. We're gonna cover Combine ended last week. We're gonna go over some of our risers and fallers. We have decided to do a mock draft. We'll do it off camera, present it on camera. It's going to be a consensus mock draft about a week before the draft. So check that out for around 2 weeks into April. Probably going to be our second podcast in April. And we'll put some real time and effort into it, and you guys can see what we kick out. We've also got some March Madness. We're going to talk a little March Madness. And then we've got for our what we're considering to be a new topic on the podcast, is we're going to call it Sam's Theory. We've got a casserole theory of my own creation, and we're going to do a little tier list, a little ranking of known and semi-regular casseroles, because as you know,
and wait till you guys hear the definition of a casserole.
The definition, and then how they came to be from my perspective. So the incomplete, incorrect casserole.
I don't even know
theory.
What this is. This is new.
Anyways, so we've got some risers and fallers here, Eddie. Combine happened. There are a lot of surprises.
See, I tried to keep it to 3. We decided 3 and 3, but you went a little extra, didn't you?
I've got some extra risers just because there were so many people that were so impressive. But if you cover them, then I'll just cross them off.
Well, I guess I'll go first for the risers because I stuck to the idea, unlike you. Even though it's usually the other way around, I stuck to the idea.
I know you're in my screen right now, but that's not going to stop me from stepping back and drop kicking.
So I think my personal biggest riser was Monroe Freeling, the tackle out of Georgia.
Yeah, I didn't write him down because I knew you were going to write him down. Holy gracious!
I think he might have played himself into the first round.
Yeah,
the top half of the first round.
I mean, a lot of experts have him now going. I've seen as early as like the top 15.
I don't think he's better than Lomu.
Is he better than Proctor? That's what you need.
He's better than Proctor.
Yeah,
I think he's jumped Proctor.
And Proctor is also a freak athlete.
I think Max Ironacres also jumped Proctor.
The
Arizona State guy. I think he's also jumped Proctor. Because all those guys all project to be tackles. Proctor might project to be a guard.
Interesting. Yeah, it's hard
Freeling had an unreal combine, and I knew he was good, but I didn't know for playing both tackle positions he's that good. So you can put him on either side.
Correct. I think that it's very telling that, I mean, if Caden Proctor is getting out athletic by someone, that the dude who's out athleticing him,
yeah, and this is a tackle that we knew about. We're like, okay, he'll be a nice day 2 pick for whoever gets him. No, he's jumping into the first round, and if he goes top 10, that only helps our teams out.
Yeah, that helps our team, so we can selfishly be like, great pick, guys. But no. So
my next one.
Your next one. Hit me.
Taylon Green.
I have him on my list. Taylon Green performed the best combine I've ever seen out of a quarterback.
I didn't realize that someone at 6'6" could be that fast. Second fastest 40 time for a quarterback since at least 2000. Or is it 2003? I think it's 2000.
It doesn't matter. Along 20 years.
It's been over 20 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could run that fast. It makes you wonder with how because Mike Washington was stupid fast for the running backs as well.
Mm-hmm.
How bad was the Arkansas team that you had those two on your roster?
And you couldn't win. You couldn't win.
You couldn't win 4, 5, 6 games. You only won 3. I get the SEC is stacked. I get it.
But they're not as stacked as they've been in the past.
But you couldn't squeak out an upset?
It feels weird. LSU wasn't a killer. Alabama was good, but they weren't killers. Tennessee was better than usual, but they weren't South Carolina.
Tennessee was a playoff team in the first 12-team playoff. Let's not talk shit about
that. Yeah. You're right. But
Florida's been down for a while, but they're probably back on the come up with their new head coach. Like that was your time to take advantage of a bad Florida team.
There were a lot of like opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities. Let's put it that way. A lot of opportunities to make waves and actually perform as well as the preseason rankings said you were going to be. But
yeah, I agree.
Feel bad for Arkansas fans.
Yeah. Taylor Green's probably QB5 now.
I mean,
I can see him as high as 4. The question is, I say that there's someone who didn't partake in the combine, and it's not Garrett Nussmeier. He didn't partake. I don't know where he's going to fall in these rankings, because unfortunately the consensus is Simpson is 2. Then the next guy, my last riser might have solidified as QB3 only, and I'm not basing this off of my opinion. I'm basing this off of the quote-unquote expert opinions and how much they have been talking about him. I'm scrolling Twitter, and I'm still seeing people talking about this guy.
It's Drew Aller.
That Aller has all the tools in the world. It's just, where's his confidence? Where's his mental thought process at? Everyone's talking like they're wondering if maybe his poor accuracy was on purpose because his receivers weren't getting open. That is talking points right now.
Which is kind of ridiculous, because you imagine that at some point you're just like, I'm just going to throw it as hard as I can through that window to my receiver.
Well, we saw when he tried to do that against Notre Dame what happened.
It did not end well, per se. But no, he went from being a day 3 pick pre-combine to suddenly jumping into day 2.
Second round, probably.
Second round.
Probably a second round.
Early second round, even, possibly. You know, like, it's absurd to see a guy who had such a mediocre season.
Yeah.
And it was all based on, and his year before that was a good year.
It was a good year.
He went to the playoff.
He would have been a first-round pick. He would have been a first round. He won 2 games.
Yeah, 2 games. And then, but he never, he never, like, we're expecting that spectacular season this year.
And we didn't get it.
And we didn't get anywhere close.
I think you have to partially put it on the coaching staff, too. You know, as I watch almost as many Penn State games as possible, I try to watch a little bit of film on them. You know, that's not big games. That's the crappy games or whatever. They didn't let him throw the deep ball enough.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that you kind of he lost his best receiver, which was Tyler Warren. And I'm not sure that he gained anybody that could possibly fill that role.
Now, I liked Luke Reynolds, who's now at Virginia Tech. I like Rapalia, who came back from injury. But, like, they're not Tyler Warren.
But now you just have the Iowa State receiving core, lineman, quarterback, running back, basically. Defensive line, linebackers, safeties, corners, kickers. No,
Aller at worst is now a round 3 pick. And this is right up Pittsburgh Steelers' alley. They got 4 picks before day 3. They got a first, a second, and 2/3. They're going to use one of those picks on Drew Aller. I just know it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where he ends up, and we'll see if
and you can't blame me for having him as a riser. He really did.
No. As from an objective standpoint, he has now risen up the board. So,
yeah.
No, of course not. I had him on my list too. So
who are your other 4? Yeah, it's all 3.
All right. Well, as he was still going to be a top 15 pick. Sonny Styles probably secured himself.
He
in
went
the top
from
8.
12 to 15 to top 5.
Yeah, to top 5 conversations.
The thing is, I don't know with the Giants. If it's Downs and Styles are both on the board, I don't know who the Giants take.
I don't know either. I really don't know.
That's if it's between those two. Now,
and I would say Carnell Tate, I would say, is still in the conversation. I don't think he's left the room yet, but that's 3 Ohio State players. It's hilarious. So,
yep.
But and then Mike Washington. I mean, everybody. This was the bruiser of the draft. Big guy, goal line back.
Combine has partially vindicated my top 5 running back list.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like, this was a guy where I'm like, okay, this dude's a bruiser. He's a brawler, and he can run people over, and at least hit people hard enough to gain that extra yard, right? To gain that extra yard or two, and then he runs a 4.3. Are you serious?
Combine.
Are we serious right now? You were the hard hitter of the draft. Yeah. I mean, Emmett Johnson a little bit in there, but like it was mostly Mike Washington, and then he just slipping 4.3 straight line speed there. So that's ridiculous. And then my last guy, he was already a first round pick, but holy, did he just leapfrog some of the other people at his position? Caleb Banks. First day of the people forget
Caleb
about
Banks,
him because it was the first day of the.
And also because Caleb Banks didn't really play last year.
Right.
Caleb Banks might be the best D tackle in the class. Now, will he be the first one off the board? I don't know.
No, Peter Woods.
Peter Woods is really
film
good.
On him.
He's really
he looks
good.
Really good.
I know Caden McDonald didn't have the greatest combine either, but I wouldn't sleep on him to begin with. Same
Again, with linemen, with offensive linemen, especially interior offensive linemen and interior defensive linemen, what you're looking for is technique and hustle. And the combine doesn't really reflect that for the most part.
The combine doesn't help with offensive and defensive linemen because they're doing things that aren't going to matter. They're not going to be jumping. They're not going to be sprinting.
And they're not going to be running 40 yards downfield.
No, I want to see the drills. The drills is what you look for those guys.
The film, does he get to the second level? Does he pursue that extra block? When a play breaks down, does he go find blocks for the ball carrier? Those are the kinds of things that you're trying to look for.
That's for O-line.
Footwork.
For D linemen, what's the hand placement? What's the bull rush, the spin
Can
move?
you separate? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It also matters. Footwork also matters. And then it's hustle. When the play breaks down, are you still in the play or have you taken yourself out of the play?
Exactly.
And it's on a consistent basis, not on a one play basis.
So,
biggest fallers.
Fallers.
Yes, first. I have 3. Mekhi Lemon.
He's on my list too. And here's the thing. There's really only 2 reasons he's on the list. One, you ran the 40 at 3/4 speed. Or you were told to and you didn't. I don't remember exactly what it was.
You mean 4.3 or 3? You said 3.4.
3/4 speed.
So effort wise.
Yes. Now, I don't remember if he was told to do that or if he was told to do it and didn't do it. It's one of those 2. I can't remember.
Okay.
But that's problem number 1. And problem number 2, every report is that he bombed every interview.
And here's what I'm going to say. If he entered every single interview the way he did with the reporters, where he's like this, he's like the whole time, that's just not a good look. It's a little creepy.
Not.
It's a little creepy. It's a little, hey, are you okay? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? You're looking like a villain right now, dude. And not like the good kind.
Oh no! And it's the report, great player, awful attitude.
Yeah. And, again, with Shedeur Sanders, Bombell's interviews, is he still a good guy? Yes. Is he
But that's
still
the thing.
could he be a good
Shedeur
player?
doesn't have a
Yes.
bad attitude, though. That's the problem.
That's true. That's true. I'm just trying to think of someone else that I know of in recent years that has bombed the interview.
And I don't think, and I honestly, it doesn't. If with Shedeur, I didn't feel like he bombed him on purpose. It's just how it went about, and teams probably were taken aback by the person he is. Makai Lemon seems like he might have done it on purpose.
It's like, but again, I'm not entirely certain about that purpose. Again, I will have to wait and see till future interviews to kind of get a read on him.
Agreed.
But because that's the first time I've seen him talk.
Yep.
So I don't know if that was like some sort of thing he was trying to do to take his stock so he goes to a better team, or I don't even know what's going on there.
All right, what do you got next?
I have now. This guy didn't necessarily perform poorly. It's not a Makai Lemon situation. It's Denzel Boston. He didn't test. He didn't run the 40. Didn't do a lot of drills. And he didn't do anything to hurt his stock. But there's just other people who performed really well. And because he did not perform, it may have lowered his stock. He's still probably a first round pick, but he's probably dropping from 20 to 28.
I mean, I could see the thought process behind it. I have a different receiver.
Oh. Ooh.
Malachi Fields.
I was going to put him, but then it was the thought of I don't want to put all the stock in the 40. But I'm sure you have other reasons as well.
I mean, the separation is what's going to scare me. Can he generate the separation needed? Because if I remember correctly, he's not really a jump ball receiver. He can do it.
He's a possession guy. He's got really sure hands,
but those sure hands only matter if
the ball can get to you. Yeah.
That's just how I feel about it. You had one of the slowest 40s though, and that's really concerning for a possession receiver.
I mean, you have the same concerns as Keon Coleman coming out of college, but you don't have the jump ball tape that I've seen.
And Keon Coleman has jump ball tape that you just haven't utilized.
Jump ball tape, and he ran a late 4.4, early 4.5.
Yeah, Fields was what, 4.6?
4.64, I think. We need to talk about when the quarterback started running 40s. Drew Altmaier walked up, and I said, what, 4.84? I said 4.84, and then he ran a 4.84. Altmaier, what'd I say?
You said Drew Altmaier. It's Luke Altmaier.
Drew Aller. You know what? Just oh boy, that's a bad look.
Guys, he did predict some 40 times for the quarterback.
I predicted 240 times down to the number.
He was exactly right, and I couldn't. I was shocked.
And then I said Taylor Green 4.49, and then he ran a 4.37, and I felt so stupid.
All right, who's your third one?
I wasn't perfect. Third one is, again, no fault of his own, but he just had people in his class that just performed so incredibly. Caden McDonald.
McDonald also didn't have the best testing in terms of like the 40 and jump. It's like Lee Hunter he had one of the worst in both aspects. But McDonald will still be a late first, early second kind of guy. I don't know if he really fell that much. You're not going to like the last name I have on my list, but I have my reasons for it.
Who's that?
Emmett Johnson.
No, I could see that. I can understand.
I'm gonna give you my explanation. Okay. So, slowest 40 time at 4.56, and bottom four numbers in vertical, broad jump, and bench press.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna hurt you, and I don't take a lot of stock into the combine like that, but in terms of finding people who are going to fall because of this, he is someone who's going to fall victim to it.
Yeah, this is a guy who had elite production elite production. Led the nation in all-purpose yards.
List. I'm not taking him off my top 5 list.
So you have to really consider, can the athleticism that performed good enough at the lower level to put up those numbers in the Big Ten Conference?
Yeah, he's in the Big Ten for
can that translate to the NFL? And can he still have a level of production that's similar?
The Big Ten had 3 of the top 5 defenses in the nation this year.
Right. So it really comes down to the tape for him, for people who are interested in him. There are probably people looking at his tape and frothing at the mouth, and they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's going to fall, and we can use a 3rd-round pick on this guy, and he's going to be this good. And there could be people that are just so excited about it. I did forget one guy on my riser list, but I'll just say his name and we'll move on. Kenyon Sadiq.
That's obvious.
Next question. Next. March Madness has turned the corner. We're all eyeing it. There. And
we only have about 1 game left per team at this point.
Arizona has clinched the Big 12 in the regular season.
And Duke has clinched the ACC, and Florida has clinched the SEC regular season titles. That I do know.
Mm-hmm. So, not all that happy as one of the teams.
You're not happy.
One of the teams that I thought that would be going into the tournament hot is Iowa State. I think they had a real shot to be a Final Four team. They still do. The last 2 losses do not inspire confidence. Now, I know that Texas Tech shot like 55% from the floor and beat them, and then they played Arizona last night. So, it's tough.
I'm looking at Iowa State. Momcilovic, I think, needs to be the primary scorer and not Joshua Jefferson.
I would agree. Joshua Jefferson is a great rebounder, great passer.
But I looked at the Arizona box score. Koa Pete, who is Arizona's best player, didn't play well. And Joshua Jefferson was 1 for 14.
That's not what you want. That's not what you want.
So now Momcilovic didn't shoot that great either, but he's shooting 51% from 3. You can't lose when a guy is shooting 51% from 3 on the season. Like that's you can't.
And I will say our point guard, who typically is tight with the basketball, he doesn't turn the ball over very much. He had 4 turnovers, probably because he had to take 15 shots.
So let me ask you, Sam. We got about 1 regular season game left. Then you have the conference tournaments. Who's your team to beat?
It's got to be Duke. I watched Duke play a basketball game, and they looked so unbelievably dominant. And it didn't stop. It didn't stop. As long as their guy Evans, if Isaiah Evans can hit threes, and he's not bricking those threes, and it doesn't even need to hit him early in the game, as long as he's not bricking them early in the game, and then the defense doesn't do their job and the other team gets a little bit of a lead, I am confident that Duke can win every single basketball game.
Well, I'm going to give you a stat about Isaiah Evans and shooting his threes. So he's a sophomore. So Duke, when Isaiah Evans makes 3 or more threes in a game, is 26-0.
Right.
That's a ridiculous stat. Who knew?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So he comes out. If he hits 3 in the first half, like what I told you when we watched the game against Virginia, he hit 3. I said, Sam, game's over. And both Virginia and NC State, their last 2 opponents, very good from 3. Sam, they both shot abysmal from 3.
Right.
Virginia was like 7 for 33, NC State was 7 for 29. That is awful.
Yeah. Correct.
And the fact that after the Michigan game, Duke's defensive rating went from 2 to 1. So they are considered the best defensive team in the country.
And it shows. It shows.
And then you have on offense, even if Cameron Boozer is not scoring, he's going to rebound. He's going to pass. Now, he does have the tendency to throw the ball away sometimes, but you can live with it. Foster shooting 41% from 3. Sarr is shooting 36% from 3. Kameni is 35% from 3. Boozer himself was 40% from 3. All right? If Ruben Chinyelu, the Florida center, didn't exist, Malik Brown's the defensive player of the year. I've never seen Sam, you can agree with this, never seen a 6'9" forward have the hands that he does.
Correct. Yeah. I mean,
I've seen it.
Small sample size for me, but yes.
Never seen it. And I've watched it for 2 years. I've never seen it. This is brand new to me. Like, he has, like, 80 deflections on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's guard numbers.
I will say Arizona and Duke are the teams to beat. I don't think there's a question. Michigan has already been beaten by those teams, by at least one of those teams. So Not really going to say anything there. UConn.
I don't like UConn.
They don't feel as solid as they have in the past.
With net rating's 12 for 12 in the last 3 Final Fours since it's become a real big thing. Any team that's over 40 in the net rating, or is it 30? I think, or 35. It might be 40. I think it's 40. Either way, it's 35 or 40. I can't remember. I saw this last night. I was tired. Those teams have gone on to the Final Four. And there's only 4 teams right now that are like that. It's Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Florida. So unless two of those teams end up in the same bracket, you can more than likely expect that to be your Final Four.
Which is unfortunately probably true. As much as I would like, I've seen Iowa State stayed in the trapezoid of excellence just about all year.
They're right outside. They're right outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
But so is Illinois, and I don't like Illinois.
I think they should. BYU's not currently ranked.
They lost last night to Cincinnati.
Right. I think that AJ is unbelievable, and if he gets on a tear,
there's talk that DeBonsta might stay.
He might stay?
He said it himself. He might stay.
Oh, yikes. Yikes.
And they just got a 5-star in recruitment. It's the 3rd year in a row they've landed a 5-star.
I don't like this. Can't some of my teams get 5 stars? Last time we got a 5-star, we benched him for a whole year. Now he's over in Wake Forest doing a whole lot of nothing. So,
good job.
Thanks.
While Duke's out here looking for their third year in a row of the #1 recruiting class.
And how many championships do you have to go with that?
It's John Shire's 4th year. Give me a break.
Just have to keep you humble. If he wins on
Saturday, it's the most wins for a head coach, a D1 head coach in their first 4 seasons. He's currently tied with Brad Stevens.
I'm not saying that the coaching was the issue. My theory again is that experienced teams win championships across the board in college. We saw that in football with Kurt Cignetti's team, who averaged to be like 23 years old. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities that with Duke getting all these NBA first overall picks, top 10 picks all day long, that they don't have the experience to win a championship and they leave before they have the experience to win a championship. Well, this year feels a little.
Shire does something Coach K never really utilized, and that's the portal. Cedric Coward was supposed to be on this roster.
Coach K was he barely got a taste of the portal before. he retired.
Well, I mean, he coached for 42 years.
Right. I was thinking more of like the new portal. The new
portal. That's true. No, the new NIL portal. But
it's so much harder.
Shire apparently is doing his thing in there. I don't know exactly what to say about it.
Well, they might have the biggest basketball budget of any team in the country.
At BYU, okay.
BYU has a lot of really big donors, but Duke, it's a private institution, and is known as like the basketball school. Let's be honest. It's Duke, North Carolina, and what, UCLA? They won like 10 in a row way back in the day, but they don't.
They didn't. I don't know if it was 10 in a row, but John Wooden in the 70s was cooking.
It's like at least like 6 to 8 years.
Well, because he had Lou Alcindor and Bill Walton for a lot of those.
Anyways, so yeah, I think Duke and Arizona are pretty scary. BYU, kind of a sleeper, just because of AJ.
I don't know.
But I mean, again,
obviously you can't sleep on Kansas either because of Peterson. But let's be honest, Sam. Peterson and DeBonsa, as great as they are, should not be the Wooden Award winner. I'm gonna play Homer.
You are playing Homer.
Cameron Boozer. I don't think it's close now. Everyone's talking about it. No one was talking about it before the Michigan game, until after the Michigan game. Oh crap! Duke won. They beat that length and size. Yeah, because we're the second tallest team in the country.
I didn't say that. I wasn't doing it.
I know, but all these quote unquote experts.
We all know that they do say things like to get the ratings, to get the interactions, to get the outrage. A lot, like at least half of what experts say, they don't actually think. They just need to say it so that they get the ratings.
Seth Greenberg has nothing good to say about Duke. Nothing.
And you do have your natural haters. And they make it, hey, in a contract, you have to, like, mess with a team all year. Like, for a full year, you just got to mess with one team.
Stephen A. Smith with the Dallas Cowboys. Anyway.
That was in his contract back in 2002 when he signed. Just kidding.
Dude, he actually said, side note, he said that he's rooting for us because he's sick and tired of being right.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
So, but yeah.
Anyway, that's March Madness.
That's our March Madness. And when the bracket
not a lot
comes
to talk
out,
about, but
when the bracket comes out, we'll make sure we film before the games start because games start on a Thursday. So we
won't go through our entire.
No, we'll just.
I will post it on the Instagram. I'll post each other's bracket on the Instagram. So you guys can see what it looks like.
And I think we'll talk about a couple matchups where we can see some upsets and who we think can as a double digit seed only. I'm not talking the 9-8s. Okay, that's not really an upset. All right. I'm talking the 10-7s, the 11-6, 12-4, 13 or nope, that's 12-5, 13-4. My apologies. Those kind of upsets.
Yeah.
All right, because wherever Miami of Ohio falls in the bracket, I think they're upsetting no matter who they play.
I mean, it's hard to say they'll lose because we haven't seen them lose.
Exactly.
So,
and
anyway,
it's a shame that there's talk. Oh, if they don't win their conference, they're not going to get in. Guys, they're a lock. They're 30-0. A team that's won 30 games has always. There's not a team who has won 30 games who has missed the tournament. All right.
They absolutely should. And they're ranked. They're ranked as well. So there's no way they're missing the tournament.
Anyway.
Unfortunately, I don't think that Drake will make the tournament this year.
No. Iowa will.
Iowa will be a fun. Bennett Sturts is going to the league.
They just lost to Penn State, which is an atrocity in basketball.
True. Iowa State has some really dumb losses, but it's because Bennett Sturts doesn't play all 5 positions at the same time. So
anyway, fun
Casserole.
Stuff. Sam.
We're talking casseroles, brother. Casserole.
Guys, I don't know what his affinity for casseroles is. I'm letting it roll though.
Casseroles get a lot of hate, and for good reason. at times.
Until you find out what a casserole actually is.
And then you realize that you love casseroles, but you hate the Midwest casseroles. So a casserole is a kind of stew or side dish that is cooked slowly in an oven. Or, additionally, a large covered dish, typically of earthenware or glass, used for cooking casseroles. So, and the verb version is cook, in parentheses, food, slowly in a casserole. So it's also a verb. I did not know it was a verb, but Eddie, you're going to get casserole.
Okay, sure.
You're welcome. You're going to get cooked very slowly. Down there in Florida, the sun is going to be very slowly casseroling you.
Yep, sure.
Anyway, casserole theory here. Okay. Based on this definition, a lasagna is a casserole. Based on this definition,
it's true.
What's that Greek word?
Moussaka.
Moussaka,
which is basically a Greek lasagna. That's
shepherd's
really what it is.
Pie. You could argue that it is indeed a pie, but screw that. It's a casserole. So as we dive into the incorrect, incomplete history of the theory of casseroles.
Here we go. I can't wait for this. I've been waiting for this for a week.
Origin point. These are the origin point of what a casserole is. Now, when you move to America, Italian Americans created a dish known as turkey petrozzini, which was noodles and turkey in a square dish, slowly cooked in an oven. The definition of a casserole. So, based on these facts, the evidence that we see, there's little left to say. But during the Homestead Act, families moved to the desolate, homeless, and awful life that is homestead life in the Midwest. And where do we see these casseroles come from? Checkmate. So, as they huddle down for food and death devours them in the Dust Bowl.
Oh, man.
And death is knocking at their rickety door in Kansas, in Nebraska, and Iowa, parts of Illinois. The world is crumbling, fellas, and they need sustenance. So what do? They grab what they can, they throw it all in one pot, and they smack it in a wood stove oven. And what kicks out? What is spit out, my friend? But only casseroles. A way to sustain life with dense food that sits in your stomach for weeks. Food that has enough calories to make a horse throw up. Horses don't have the mechanism to throw up, by the way. They're incapable of it.
See,
this is enough food.
That would have been a great joke if you didn't have to explain it.
Well, I'm sorry. People's knowledge on horse anatomy just isn't on par with the Superior Ball Knowledge podcast. So, this is just how it is. Casseroles were born. Sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole. They started becoming specialized. As the Dust Bowl settled, casseroles were just beginning. And yes, chicken pot pie is a casserole. Born from shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie, during the potato famine, they just grabbed whatever they could, stuffed it in a pot, threw dough on top of it.
There's potato in a shepherd's pie, right?
How much? Not very much.
It's the top is covered with mashed potatoes.
You know what, Eddie? That's exactly what they had to do. Because otherwise, what would they have liked to do? Straight potatoes all the way through. But no, they didn't have enough potatoes for that. It's a potato famine.
Well, there's a funeral potato casserole.
And that's how you feel after you eat a funeral potato casserole. You feel like dying. Death. So,
okay.
We're going to rank a series of casseroles
Yeah.
And I think we do them out of 10 because I'm not going to be able to keep track.
No, I have it written down. I have it written down.
I like the 1 through 10 system. Eddie's such a stickler for this.
We're not doing the 1 through 10 system. That's stupid. Anyway, so per Sam's request before we started, he wanted to start with the origin points or point of casseroles, which is lasagna.
It started as an ethnically delicious dish and evolved into
if you say
raw survival.
You say anything other than S tier for lasagna, I'm gonna come through the screen and slap your face.
It's a 10 out of 10.
Shut up. S tier. Shut up. All right. Don't want to hear it. All right. And because you want to start with the ethnic foods, we're then going to go to the Greek moussaka, which you've never had.
Never had it. I'm not Greek.
All right. I've had it. It's good. I think it's an A.
I thrive in the Midwest casseroles.
Oh,
That's where I live.
Oh, we know. Sam, we know. All right.
Next
one. You ready? I put moussaka in an A. I think it's pretty good. It's not as good as a lasagna, but it's pretty good. It's usually it's one of my go-tos for Greek food, by the way. Is that or a gyro? I love gyros. What?
Okay.
What?
I'm good. Next.
Say it.
Hit me.
Say it. What?
Hit me. Hit me, Chief.
Sure. Shepherd's pie.
They're all right. It's between a C and a B for me. It's between a C and a B.
We can put it in B.
I'm putting it in C. Putting it in C. Unless you have very strong feelings. If you have strong feelings, then voice your feelings. Let's have a spirited debate here.
Shepherd's pie is really good. I'm looking at the rest of the list. I don't know how many are actually going to go in B tier next to shepherd's pie.
Fine, put it in B tier, but I'm pissed.
You can be pissed. Next one is a chicken pot pie.
S.
I put it in A.
It's S.
You think it's as good as a lasagna?
My mother makes chicken pot pie. Only in late fall.
But that's different. That's the homemade version. The homemade versions are always better than the restaurant versions.
There is no restaurant version of chicken pot pie that will touch my lips because I would rather live.
Fine. Fine. Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie, if you're getting that from anywhere but from home, you're asking for death. Like, you don't like yourself. You do not like yourself.
All right. The broccoli cheese casserole.
It's a C.
That's a C at best. At best.
Way better broccoli. Recipes out there. Way better broccoli.
I was about to say, you're stopping at way better broccoli. What other broccoli
I had a
is out there? Squash casserole.
Are we talking spaghetti squash? Butternut squash?
It just said squash. So I'm assuming all kind of squash.
I will say spaghetti squash is a different kind of squash casserole. But no, it's a D. It's a D.
I agree.
Spaghetti might eke into C. I think it might end up even being better than broccoli, but.
All right, I have an S tier one next.
It's the sweet potato.
Sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato casserole, how good is it for you?
It's awful for your health.
No.
It's delicious.
No. It's really good. It's really good. I love sweet potatoes. Here's the thing. Sweet potatoes are actually like the healthiest vegetable when it comes to like vitamins and whatnot. We just said, screw that. We're going to throw a heavy cream, butter, and marshmallows in this thing.
Oh, and brown sugar.
And we're going to just kill it.
Yep.
So.
S tier, right?
S tier. It's unbelievable.
Thank you. Sweet.
It's a dessert. It's literally a dessert.
No, it is.
But it's a casserole.
All right. Corn casserole.
A.
I've never had a corn casserole.
Corn casserole. People sleep on corn in general. Corn is amazing. and then you put it in like a I don't even know what's in there, but there's some sort of like almost bread like. It's not bread, but it's like bread adjacent, and then there's corn in it.
Fair.
I don't know how to describe it. I haven't had it in a while, but I remember always eating too much of it because it was so good.
Green bean casserole.
On a surface level, F. Mom's
Yeah.
cooking, C.
To put it in D.
Put it in, split the difference.
See, I've only really had a green bean casserole maybe once, and I wasn't a huge fan of it.
No, I get it.
Now, this next one is...
If they used asparagus,
it might be a different
shadow
story.
realm that thing. Like, get it out of here. Like, I don't even want it to be on the list.
Hey, Sam, maybe that's something for us to experiment with in cooking. We cook an asparagus casserole.
Are we gonna do a casserole video? Over the next few weeks, I will be making casseroles and eating them nonstop to determine how to create the greatest casserole.
Yeah, honestly.
Combining all
Baked
the casseroles
mac and
into
cheese.
one. It's A. It's A.
I agree. Now, people would have a different story. They think it's an S. And you have the argument it's an S. But it's not a lasagna. It's not a pot pie.
It's a single flavor.
Not a sweet potato.
It's a great flavor, but it's a single flavor throughout.
Agreed.
And you got the crust on top, which really seals it in A.
So I've never had this next one, but you have, and you vehemently said it's awful. Turkey tetrazzini.
Turkey tetrazzini sucks.
So
sorry to all my Italio-American brethren.
Hi.
I'm not Italian. You don't count, Eddie.
I've never had it.
It's basically cooked turkey, not seared or anything. Just kind of like cooked. I don't know how it's cooked. Probably in the... It's just like baked chicken. And then it's just in a mushroom kind of sauce. There's mushrooms in it. And noodles.
Oh.
Just pasta. In a pan, baked.
So F.
I hate it. I hate it so
All right,
much.
F it is. Tuna casserole.
We have our second F, Eddie.
It might be an F.
I don't hate tuna, but tuna casserole, just the idea of it, the word itself spells fear.
Now, tuna on its own is actually good. Like you can get the can of tuna. I put it in with some mayo. Put it on a sandwich. Like that's good, right? Tuna, the fish itself, in sushi, or you get it grilled tuna.
I will tell you this.
Seared tuna. Seared tuna is
seared tuna. I've had like legitimate tuna before, and I get excited when I see it because I'm like, that looks really good. And then I eat it, and then I'm like, oh, that sucks.
I had black tuna fish tacos. Really fishy. They're good, but you got to
tuna is about as fishy as fish gets.
Yeah, agreed. All right, Sam, you begged me to put this one on the list.
Did I?
French toast casserole.
This is an F, Eddie. It's literally French toast cut in half and then layered kind of staggered like in a pan. And then you pour like this cinnamon mixture with eggs and stuff throughout. So it literally is cooked in the eggs. And then you've got the bread in it, half sticking out, kind of like at an angle.
I'm assuming there's syrup in this as well.
Syrup comes after.
Okay,
but there's brown sugar. You put powdered sugar. Like it's very diabetes adjacent. But that doesn't stop me from going after seconds and thirds.
All right. Funeral potato casserole.
You know what? I said some poor things about it. I don't remember necessarily having a potato casserole that wasn't just a pan full of mashed potatoes. So if I imagine it's like those really fancy potatoes you get at nice steak restaurants.
Potato au gratin.
Yes. Yes. If it's like that, then this is like B to A tier.
So we can say instead of funeral potato, I could just change it to potato au gratin.
But in a giant pan.
Not in
the little loaf pan that it comes in.
No, in a giant pan, and that's a B tier.
Minimum, yeah. I mean, like, it's definitely not a C tier.
No, I put it in B. Put it in B tier.
Sweet.
All right, we got 2 left.
Only 2.
Tater tot breakfast casserole.
Probably now, C. Can you tell me the next one so I can make a judgment call? Because what's the next one?
Baked ziti.
Oh, okay. So the tater tots, I mean, the tater tots, it's better than a regular breakfast. Every single breakfast casserole I've ever been introduced to has been disappointing. High floor or high ceiling, but it just falls through the floor.
Well, except for the French toast one.
Well, yeah, I'm talking more like the classic, the eggs, the sausage. You got some peppers in there. Then you mix it all up, throw it in the oven.
Casserole sounds good. I've never had it. It sounds good, but I don't know.
But the tater tots, this is what it sounds like to me, because I've had them without the tater tots. If you add the tater tots in, it is including a level of texture that would solve the majority of the problems in a normal breakfast casserole.
Well, so because neither one of us have had it, I think it's fair to put it in C until one of us tries it.
Correct. All
right, it sounds good, but we can't make a full judgment on something that is a hypothetical.
Yes.
And then baked ziti.
Baked ziti is really good. If people who don't know, it's like the penne with the
ziti is a type of pasta.
Ziti is. It looks like
buddy.
Hold on.
Oh my God, Sam, clip that.
Okay, first of all, I looked up the wrong thing. Pre-podcast, I looked up the wrong thing because I spelled it wrong. I thought, you know what?
We're clipping this.
No, we're not.
This will get views.
Okay.
Oh my God! No way.
So I've actually, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I've ever actually had baked ziti. At least the one.
You probably had a version of baked pasta.
Yes.
Which is the same thing. It's just ziti instead of penne.
Now it sounds like we're picking straws here. Like, come on.
But baked ziti is an A.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't get a word after you called ziti penne.
To be fair, they look very similar.
Oh my God.
From a distance.
We're clipping that.
From a distance. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all.
We can't end it in a better way.
Thank you guys for listening to the Superior Ball Knowledge Podcast.
I don't know if we'll have a funnier clip than that for the rest of the year.
We just wait. I'm wondering how far my theories may go, because this was a fun one. I enjoyed
guys,
it.
I will never know what the theories are. I will only know the topic. I will not know exactly what the theory is. So when you guys hear it, I hear it.
Yeah. 1 through 10 theory this week.
I give it a 7. I was very impressed.
That's a good start. Especially when majority of it was off the cuff. All right, thanks for listening. We'll
that's what it is. That's what theories are. They're off the cuff, bro.
Typically, you have it written down. You have it written down somewhere. You kind of have an outline. I had an outline 5 minutes before the podcast. So, well, insider.
Way to tell them that we're not prepared. Good job. Way to tell them.
Hey, we're always prepared. And we warned them last week that if we are unknowledge on something, we will just talk out of our behinds. Like, we are
Well,
we
there's a
will
reason
just be
why
better.
It's called superior ball knowledge. You can also remove the ball and just put superior knowledge. But
ball knowledge is universal. It's about ball.
It's true.
Ball knowledge on. There's ball knowledge on everything.
Because you're balling.
You can consider us a couple of ball handlers. So we handle the knowledge of the ball. We're gonna stop there. We will catch you guys next week.